So I was going to the mall with him and I told my mom कि मैं बस नीचे ही हूँ, you know, hide and seek खेल रही हूँ or something like that. And my mom was like ठीक है, she wasn't in town. And then she found out कि मैं in fact नहीं थी नीचे and I was in the mall. And so she got very angry. कुछ नहीं, आइसक्रीम खा के मूवी देखी और क्या.
The first time you received a flirty DM?
If my mom's watching, then never. Oh, I think when I was...
The first ever shot you gave in your career?
I've had billions and trillions, but first was probably... Oh yeah.
The first time you felt scared for your life?
It's very sad. That is actually a very pedophilia moment. But I was, I think, 13 years old and we were going for a Ganpati Visarjan and some drunk uncle from the side was like, "Idhar aana," and all. It was very creepy.
Your first weird fan encounter?
When I was really young and I think Munna Bhai had just come out and my mom was entering in a washroom and Sanjay sir was leaving and I don't know who I thought I was, but you know, mini dabang. I've gone and said, "Sanjay!" And he's turned and I was like, or something like that. And he's come to say hi. I think teenagers is when you do it the most, na? So I think when I was probably 13, 14, when I was like, "Mummy, tu meri life kharab kar rahi ho." No, paise dekhe nahi aaj tak.
Right now I'm quite excited as I'm sitting in the company of Palak Tiwari. Firstly, first conversation of ours. Very happy, very excited. And I'm very happy that we are going to begin it with a fun segment.
Let's go.
So this is called My Firsts. So in this I'm going to ask you some cute, some adorable, some steamy firsts as well.
Done.
So let's see how you do it. Firstly, your first crush.
My first crush was probably Cole Sprouse from Sweet Life of Zack and Cody.
Yeah. He wasn't friends also before, but that would have been very
कुछ ज़्यादा ही
pedophilia.
Yeah.
No, but the Sweet Life I understand completely. Your first time you got hit on by someone in public.
In public? It's very sad. That is actually a very pedophilia moment. But I was, I think, 13 years old and we were going for a Ganpati Visarjan and some drunk uncle from the side was like, "Idhar aana," and all. It was very creepy.
That was your first embarrassing incident in public.
I've had billions and trillions, but first was probably... Oh yeah. I was in class and I think this was 5th grade or 4th grade. And I remember a friend of mine cracked some joke and I was trying to impress somebody and I've gone, I've laughed and like one huge blob of snot has come out of my nose. I've gone, and I've gone, joke is so funny. And I don't know how I removed it, but...
I had something similar, but not the snot. I was laughing, just fake laughing, and suddenly an insect came inside my mouth. And I just couldn't, मैं तो control भी नहीं कर सकता, मुझे तो खांसना पड़ रहा है because I have to snort it out. Your first incident where you were recognized in public.
Oh, I think it was way before any time now. It was because of my mom only.
Yeah.
But maybe when I was 7 or 8.
Your first heartbreak.
My first heartbreak probably at the age of 16. You know, teenage.
How did you deal with that?
कुछ नहीं, आइसक्रीम खा के मूवी देखी और क्या.
बचपन के अच्छे होते थे यार heartbreak. आराम से निकल भी जाते थे.
आजकल कहाँ यार.
आजकल का. Your first date.
First date, if my mom's watching, then never. But if my mom's not watching, then I think when I was 18 in college probably.
So you know where to let your mom say skip 10 seconds.
Yeah.
हाँ, उसके बाद
चलिए मत देखो.
So where was the date like? What was
Oh no, not actually younger. I was 16 or something. It was in school. I think I went to the mall with the guy that I liked. With the guy that I liked at the time and his best friend.
Third feeling.
हाँ ऐसे plausible deniability होनी चाहिए था कि हम दोनों अकेले नहीं गए थे. Yeah, that.
Okay. The first time you rebelled against your parents.
I think teenagers is when you do it the most, na? So I think when I was probably 13, 14, when I was like, "Mummy, tu meri life kharab kar rahi ho." But yeah.
I think we all have done that. Yeah. We all have done that. The first time you received a flirty DM.
Oh, I think when I was 17ish, when I had just started, like a little before Bijli probably, but that's when I started getting a little noticed. Yeah. So I think around that time. If you're counting like all the normal...
अब तो रोज की बात है. अब तो रोज की बात.
अब तो सच में रोज की बात है.
Yeah, but जो अब DMs आते हैं, do you read them? Like
नहीं
because I feel like उसमें से बहुत ना funny content भी निकलता है.
You know, मुझे ना I feel like I miss a lot of important people sometimes. और मुझे 1-2 साल बाद पता चल रहा है this person had DM me because Instagram has started this new thing where they just mix all the DMs together. So I'm not able to.
And I just realized the general and the request you don't get notifications for.
Yeah.
Also. You only get primary notifications.
Which is so weird.
Yeah. The first star interaction.
My first star interaction, again, when I was probably very young.
Yeah.
I remember, it's so crazy because now I'm doing a film with Sanju sir. But when I was really young, and I think Munna Bhai had just come out, and my mom was entering an award show, and Sanjay sir was leaving, and I don't know who I thought I was, but you know, mini dabang. I've gone and said, Sanju! And my mom's, and she like shut my mouth like that, and he's turned, and I was like, or something like that, and he's come to say hi. And then when he's actually come and approached me, I've nicely hid behind my mom, acting like she said it. So my mom's like, I'm so sorry. But yeah, that was probably my first star interaction.
Well, that's an epic one.
I got Sanjay!
Epic. I will always remember this. The first time you were caught doing something mischievous.
You know, again, my teenagers were pretty bad. My mom is traumatized by them. और मेरी एक और सबसे बड़ी प्रॉब्लम थी कि मैं झूठ बहुत बोलती थी तब और मैं पकड़ी भी हमेशा जाती थी. तो my mom used to be like, तू bother भी क्यों करती है? You get caught in 2 hours. I think I had like a boyfriend then. You know, I was 15, 16. You have your school ka boyfriend. And again, we loved going to the mall. So I was going to the mall with him and I told my mom कि मैं बस नीचे ही हूँ. You know, hide and seek खेल रही हूँ or something like that. And my mom was like, ठीक है. She wasn't in town. And then she found out मैं in fact नहीं थी नीचे and I was in the mall, and so she got very angry.
So your favorite spot was the mall.
The mall.
You have got it.
The mall. And you know, funny enough, my mom was also no like. She's also said, मैं तुझे गाँव भेज दूँगी, मैं तेरे बाल कटवा दूँगी and all that. और बाल तो कटवा भी दी थी. Do you know my mom has actually cut my hair when I was younger to make me uglier so that I can't date guys.
Shweta
Tiwari
has just become so much dangerous and adventurous now. Your first Valentine's Day, where you celebrated?
My first Valentine's Day, so I think college times. Yeah.
Your first proposal you received?
अरे यार, proposal तो बहुत पहले से आ रहे हैं. But I will say I think second grade. Second, third grade.
एक ना second grade में वो इतने cute होता है तो उससे कुछ बोल भी नहीं सकते.
कि you came in my dream. I like that.
The first time you felt scared for your life?
I got into a car accident with my friends recently. Lately nahi. I got into a car accident with my friends recently and that was very scary. One of my friends got 12 stitches on her forehead. We all were really scared.
Your first weird fan encounter?
It wasn't weird, but it was hilarious. I will say, I was in Dubai with my friends and I'm telling you, this guy wasn't even a fan. He had no idea who I was. He was a sheikh. Okay, he was like a mini sheikh, like he was a teenager sheikh. So like, yeah, you can't even like, you can't screw around with him. You can't be like, excuse me, hatto types. But he saw some Indians who had recognized me through Bijli. They were there. They were like, hey ma'am, can I like take some? So I was like, yeah, please, sure, please, whatever. And then this guy has come in his, you know, in his like attitude and all. He's like, oh, who is she? Oh, she's something. And then he's put his arm around my shoulder. And now I can't say anything because I'm in Dubai, so I'm like scared. So then I'm like, like take a pic, whatever. So he's taking a pic, and he's like, oh, you know, I think I've seen your pictures and stuff, but you look better in person. And I was like,
thank you for the validation,
I was like,
sir.
thank you, Lil Sheikh. Really appreciate
we'll always remember this.
Yeah.
Your first interview you ever gave?
Oh yeah, again I was very tiny with my mom. It was probably India forums and I was like this tiny on my mom's set.
Oh yeah. Your first day on set as an actor?
As an actor, I think I've actually acted a lot in Kasautii as a junior artist.
Wow.
Quite literally.
Know?
I don't know, but quite literally, I was a junior artist and I was a junior artist. In all sense of the word. I was in the background playing with balloons at Sneha's party.
Oh.
And when my mom used to be giving scenes, my nani and I used to give a passing in the background, all because I liked being on camera.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
And I have watched Kasautii very religiously.
I'm in Antim also, by the way. In Salman Sir's Antim, I was an ED, so they've used me as a lash in the background.
Lash?
Megs in the lash.
we have lived that.
Yeah.
Okay. The first ever shot you gave in your career?
First ever shot. Arey yaar. First ever shot that Mera shot
Hmm.
was, I think, for my film Romeo S3, which is yet to be announced and all that. But yeah, it was for that.
Your first co-star interaction.
First co-star Hardy.
And the way you have shown the chemistry, na, both of yours, I feel like you should do a film together. Both.
Oh yeah, I think Hardy and I are very cute.
And then we'll have a bijli recreation in that because if you are coming together, it has to be done. Okay, and lastly, your first paycheck.
My first paycheck was, I don't remember the exact amount, but
No,
15
we don't want to know amount.
15 से 20 के हजार के बीच में से था.
हाँ, so what did you do with it?
Ad कुछ नहीं, मैंने बस ऐसे चेक लिया ऐसे मम्मी को.
हमें बचपन
और मैंने वो पैसे देखे नहीं आज तक.
I think Shweta ma'am will love this.
I'm
The way
gonna-
we have remembered her.
I'm
na,
gonna
so
block
fondly.
your channel from her YouTube. You wait.
When I'm uploading the video, I'll tell you that day you
Ki block
block
kar
it.
do.
Next day. Thank you so much for this.
Thank you so
Lots
much.
of love to you. Thank you
Lots
so
of
much.
love. Hi, this is Palak Tiwari. You're watching me on Bollywood Bubble.